justice conference where we are targeting economically disadvantaged areas that do not necessarily have access to the website, don't even know how to use a computer. What alternative sources of information can someone go to? For example, I can't sign up for the internet newsletters. There way for me to physically get a letter sent to me to let me know when these project delivery team meetings are. Secondly, is there a resource to go where I can physically, you know, I might hurt my eyes looking at the computer screen to physically look at some of these documents and maybe make copies of myself. You know, that I'm just trying to figure out what other sources of information besides the internet are available.
Thank you. Any response from the panel? I guess you guys have a lot of stuff to bring back.
We're making a lot of notes.
Okay.
And we have put a lot on the internet just because we have used the internet extensively, and this is a very good question. So I will bring that back. Thank you.
All right, Thaddeus, last question.
Yes, well, about 12 years ago, the same question came up about, you know, outreach at the project level. We discussed that, and it was determined that that method would not work about 12 years ago. And we discussed it, we made the recommendations, because once you get down to the project level, it is useless to have any comments in, because there's nothing that the project manager can do to change anything that's going on. We discussed this 12 years ago, and we're still discussing it today.
Yeah, that really helps me get into my closing points. You want to have a question?
I'll follow. The lady that was speaking that the disadvantaged communities don't have internet, they don't have access. So do they have any money in the budget, that's just a big budget, for grassroots organizations that belong to these communities where we can bring your message and that information to the communities? That's another way of bypassing the internet. Do you have money there for outreach to grassroots organizations that can apply?
Most of what we would have available,
yes,
would be, and this would be on the district side of projects. Obviously, we can't speak and we can't commit for the court, but on the district side of things, I'm happy to get with you, and we can arrange a speaker for a community meeting or something like that to try and help get the word out.
That would be the best way for people, the grassroots organizations, to go into these communities. First of all, there's a question of trust. Their own people bringing the information, so money should be available for the grassroots organizations. And by the way, that have been doing the work for many years already. So that's what I think.
Well, I guess you're going to have to last word.
I just couldn't resist this. One, it is absolutely bewildering to me that we're talking about this, and it's that we were part of an organization who put together a meeting 12 years ago to solve this problem. Now that says that the South Florida Water Management District is not listening. That you're not hearing. Because we've done this. We've been through this war a decade ago. And here we are talking about the same thing. The other point that I want to make something very clear to this group, what is being lost. Lake Okeechobee is the largest body of fresh water completely surrounded by U.S. soil. The second largest body in the contiguous United States. That's a treasure. Salt Lake City is larger, but it's salt water. That has been completely destroyed for the interest, for one interest only, and that's sugar. Now we're talking about restoration, and we ought to be talking about getting our lake back. That lake is a shallow lake. You can't put water in it, and it functions. When you put water so sunlight does not penetrate all the way down to the bottom of the plant life to support it. The joke about Lake Okeechobee is if your boat turns over and you want to save your life, stand up. It's very shallow. That has been completely destroyed. Understand this. And that has been destroyed with the complicity of national and state organizations. The state of Florida, the Florida Water Management District, the Army Corps, destroyed a public resource that belongs to you. That's what we're talking about.
Okay, so I want to end with some, because I think the thing that Frank and Thaddeus said are, I feel exactly the same way. We're talking about the exact same issues that we talked about 12 years ago. But there's one big difference. 12 years ago, there was this fairly open process in which I felt that I could actually make a difference. I knew who I could go to, I knew who I could talk to. They didn't always listen, but at least I knew where to go. What has changed, I think, is that, besides that I don't think anything has happened, is that the transparency that at least seemed to exist at that point is now gone. I don't know where to go if I have a question. I don't know where to go if I have a problem.
To the website.
Besides the website. All right, I want to thank the panel. This isn't easy to come here, okay? So I want to thank them for being here.